Hello, welcome to Lesson 9 of our academic writing course. In today's lesson, we will explore the importance of the conclusion section in your academic paper. The conclusion is where you bring your research to a close, summarizing your main findings and pointing the way towards future research. The significance of the conclusion. The conclusion section serves the several critical functions in your academic paper. Number 1. Summarization. It provides a conscious summary of the key points and findings of your research, allowing readers to grasp the core of your work. Number 2. Reiteration of thesis. The conclusion reinforces your thesis statement and reminds readers of the central argument or research question. Implications. It discusses the implications of your findings and the broader significance of your research in your field. Number 4. Future research. The conclusion often suggests areas for future research and unresolved questions, pointing the way for other researchers to build upon your work. Key elements of the conclusion. Let's explore the key elements to include in your conclusion. Number 1. Summary of findings. Provide a brief but comprehensive summary of the main findings of your study. Number 2. Reiteration of thesis. Reiterate your thesis statement or main research question to remind readers of your paper's central focus. Number 3. Implications. Discuss the practical and theoretical implications of your findings. How do they contribute to the field or address the research question? Number 4. Limitations. Acknowledge any limitations of your study. It's important to demonstrate your awareness of the study's constraints. Number 5. Future research. Suggest potential directions for future research based on the gaps or unanswered questions your study has uncovered. Writing the conclusion. Here's a structured approach to writing the conclusion. Number 1. Start with a summary. Begin your conclusion by summarizing the main findings of your study. Be conscious but comprehensive. Number 2. Reiterate your thesis. Remind readers of your thesis statement or research question. Emphasize the importance of your study's objectives. Number 3. Discuss implications. Reflect on the implications of your findings. How do they contribute to the body of knowledge in your field? What are the practical implications? Number 4. Address limitations. Acknowledge any limitations or constraints that may have affected your study's results. This demonstrates your commitment to transparency. Number 5. Suggest future research. Conclude by suggesting areas for future research, building upon your study's findings and unanswered questions. Examples of a conclusion. Here's an example from a study on the effectiveness of a new medical treatment. In conclusion, our study has shown that the new medical treatment significantly reduces pain and improves the quality of life for patients with chronic pain conditions. These findings provide a basis for the widespread adoption of this treatment in clinical practice. However, it's essential to acknowledge the limitations of our study, such as the relatively small sample size. Future research should focus on larger, long-term clinical trials to further explore the efficacy and safety of this treatment. In summary, The conclusion section is where you tie together all the threads of your academic paper. It provides a conscious summary of your main findings, reiterates your thesis, discusses the implications, addresses the limitations, and suggests directions for future research. A well-crafted conclusion leaves a lasting impression on your readers and offers a valuable roadmap for future studies in your field. In our next lesson, we will provide tips on effective proofreading and the final steps before submitting your academic paper. Goodbye.